Hi everyone, welcome. It's Dr. Shafali here. Happy New Year. I'm so happy to be connecting with you. As you can see behind me, it's a wintry, snowy day here in New York, and everyone is cozy, I presume, at home in their pajamas. Hi Tanya, Artie, sitting in LA, not envying us, I'm sure, here in New York. So the reason I am coming to you right at this moment is because I've been watching the enrollments sweeping in for my new course, The Year of Manifestation. It starts next Tuesday on January 9th. And I'm not here to sell you to join the course. I'm just here to talk about my experience watching people coming in and the feedback I've been getting and why I'm fortified to do something on manifestation and why it's so important that we learn to activate our powers to manifest. So as a clinical psychologist, as you know I am, I work with countless families, with countless adults and children. And the pervasive theme amongst us all of us humans, is that we are in many ways addicted to cyclical patterns of suffering. This is just the blatant, brutal, tragic travesty of the human mind. For some reason in our early conditioning, for very clear reasons of parental neglect, parental unconsciousness, parental malfunctioning, which is more severe than dysfunctioning, our brains were wired in such a way that they were stuck or paralyzed in patterns of scarcity, lack, and fear. And if you notice in your own life, anytime things go awry, or anytime things don't work, or anytime you are confronted by the harshness of another's unconscious, or the harshness of reality itself, you are so programmed that you may not even notice, but you are programmed to enter a default conditioned pattern in your mind of scarcity, lack, and fear. If you are aware and if you notice your thoughts, they are centered, predicated, undermined by scarcity, lack, and fear. So why is this the key point to understand in terms of why we don't manifest? Is because when we are mired in scarcity, lack, and fear, which is not your fault, not my fault, it's the way we've been conditioned. What happens then is that we emit, right? We emit radio signals or frequency waves or vibrational energy patterns out into the universe that are colored by this scarcity, lack, and fear. Now, we don't see any of this happening. We are not even aware that we are thinking patterns that are so deeply conditioned. We think we are free will thinkers. That's the first delusion. We believe we are free willing thinkers of volition, of assertion, of our own freedom, liberation. This is the first delusion. We are not. We're highly conditioned creatures enslaved in patterns that have been given to us, that we've inherited passively. So this is the first thing we have to understand, right? If we are to ever actualize our lives, that we are actually not actualizing our lives because we are enslaved. So that's the first thing we need to become aware of, that these patterns have been conditioned. The second thing we need to be aware of is that as they rise, we need to notice the quality of the thoughts, that the qualities are based in fear, lack, and scarcity. Now, once we're aware of that, then perhaps we have a slight slim chance to be aware of the energy waves we emit out into the universe. And this is where very few people can focus, integrate, become insightful of, and transcend. When you begin to notice what you're putting out into the universe, now we are talking about you being on a path, on a life path to your destiny. Until you are aware of these three things, of what you were conditioned with, how you're thinking thoughts of fear, lack, and scarcity, and then how you're emitting this out into the universe, you will not be able to actualize your power to manifest. So this is what I notice in all my clients. I've noticed it in myself. I am my own biggest experiment, my own laboratory. My own mind is my own gateway into understanding the consciousness that exists amongst us all. I use myself as the most victimized lab rat of all, because until you liberate yourself, you cannot have a hope in hell to liberate anyone else. So this is what I've noticed in all of us. And I, in my own life, for the past decade, if not more, have been vigorously unlocking my patterns and creating space and freedom and wide expanses to manifest. You see, when the mind and the brain is mired in fear, there is no capacity for creativity. They just can't go together. They're antithetical to each other. They are opposing forces. To be creative and to be a manifester means to emerge from wide, expansive space. Wide, expansive space can only exist in freedom. So when you are in fear, lack, and scarcity, there is no freedom. Therefore, you cannot manifest. So no matter what you do, you keep tripping up. You can manifest for a day or two. You can follow the diet and the plan for a day or two. You can attract money for a day or two. You can think you're all that and so empowered for a day or two. But then, boom, the next hardship that comes and you're again mired in a pattern. To consistently stay transcendent, to consistently stay above the fray of your own wild mayhem, chaotic thoughts, this is power. Now, those who have achieved wisdom in their lives have learned to harness this power, to consistently stay above the fray of their own chaos. This is it. So this is why I was inspired to create a course for you called the Year of Manifestation. Many of you know I just completed a year-long course called the Year of the Awakened Heart, which I can tell you from my own heart, it was the most profound, transformative experience of my life. Now, I know I shouldn't say that my own teachings transformed me. That's not what I'm trying to say. I was transformed not only by the teachings that emerged from me, but, it's not me. I don't own my teachings. But more than that, I was transformed by the transformations of the people in the course. It was phenomenal. We had over 450 people in the course. We had a Facebook group that supported each other. I taught every Tuesday. I meditated with the group every Thursday. And I saw phenomenal changes. We started at one level, and by the end of it, these people who are supposedly my students are my teachers. This is the way of it. This is the way of it. And I humbly bow. I humbly submit to the wisdom of all that grew around me. So after I finished the Year of the Awakened Heart, I thought I would be done. It was a year-long course, 52 Tuesdays, 52 Thursdays, Q&As, endless Facebook, almost daily support by me and others. And I thought surely I'd be exhausted. But the most promising, amazing thing that happened is that instead of being exhausted, I was further renewed. I realized how we need a daily practice in our lives. And if we're not held accountable, and if we don't have the support of a community around us, then we will fall. And what I created, or what I was led to create, or what was created for me, there's no ego here and no possession, is that we created a community together, and the community kept each other accountable. And by the fact that I had to be live every Tuesday, and you had to be in my face, in my home, in my, in the way I do my hair, or don't wash my hair, or I'm so tired, or I didn't sleep, and you were watching it all, right? I got emails after, you look tired. Have you slept? Are you ill? Are you okay? Are you sad? Oh, you're so happy today. Oh my God. I almost wanted to tell people, why are you looking at me? Just listen to the teachings. But what it did for me was made me show up like nothing held back. No fancy equipment, just a camera, some lights in my little office in my home. The dog would bark, my daughter would mess up and ring the bell, or she would yell out, Mom, or they would talk too loudly downstairs, or somebody would drop something, and I had to keep going and show up in real time, in real life. The computer would glitch, the alarm would go off. I mean, we've seen it all. And I had to engage with presence, with moment-by-moment awareness, with transcendence, with abundance, with empowerment. So it was phenomenal to have a live experience, to have people in my home and in my face, 52 weeks of the year, and show up no matter what, was phenomenal. The group rose to unending wisdom heights, and everybody evolved. So at the end of that course, instead of being exhausted, I was renewed and I was replenished. And I realized that the Year of the Awakened Heart opened people's hearts by teaching them about liberation of the mind. It liberated their minds. It deconstructed everything that they had believed that was false and obstructing. They began to look at the world in a new way. They began to understand that they were super conscious beings that were submerged underneath roles that were inherited by from unconscious parents. They began to understand the mechanics of their own inner terrain. But now we should manifest. We should apply. I want to apply more and more. The word I use the most, I think, in my life is manifest. I'm constantly thinking of how do I manifest my inner world into and onto the outer reality, because I believe I'm a manifester, because I fully am ingrained with the ideation, narcissistic or not, that I am fully a creative being. I am fully of the same creative potential as the universe. And I just need to raise my vibration to match it. And if I match it, I am capable of manifesting simply by the way I think. So this is what I wanted to teach people. How do we take what we learned in the Year of the Awakened Heart and apply it? So many of you who are joining the Year of Manifestation are new people. We already have over, half of the people enrolled are new people, which is so exciting. Now, for those people, they don't have to have taken the Year of the Awakened Heart. They will learn everything as we go, because everything is fresh. All my teachings are always spontaneous. They're always new. I rarely plan something in a meticulous way or in a structured, learned way, because that is not manifestation. Manifestation is to show up in the moment and activate the creative potential in the flow of the present moment. And you'll see me do it. I do it. This is how I live my life. This is how I teach. And this is how I download what I need to do. And I want to teach you how to do the same. So the Year of Manifestation begins January 9th. It is deeply inspired. It is not inspired by the desire to earn income. I have enough income, enough ways to earn income. It is deeply inspired by a way to raise the vibrational frequency on this planet. And I can only do it if I raise my own. So it's selfish. I'm using you to raise my own, but through my own raising, you will raise yours. And the way I've structured this course is unique and quite phenomenal. Every month is a new theme. I'm just going to read them out. So the first month in January, the theme is breaking out and breaking free. Every month I have a guest speaker, a luminary in their field, to come and inspire us. This is all about inspiration. This is all about ignition. This is all about firing up your creativity. So in January, I have Reverend Michael Bernard Beckwith. I have a cold, which is amazing because I get to rest. I love it. Michael Bernard Beckwith will come and talk to us about abundance. You can hear him in his Mind Valley Academy talks. You can hear him on Super Soul Sunday. You can hear him on Super Soul Sessions. He was at Evolve last year. He's a dear friend and a true visionary. So he will come and join me in January live. So you can talk to him. You can ask him questions. In February, I have Kate Northrup. Many of you may know Kate Northrup. She's all about abundance and replenishment. And our theme in February, because everyone is so concerned about money, is money, giving, and financial abundance. In March, it's on flow and authenticity and different things. Tom Bilyeu will be coming. He's the visionary behind Impact Theory. I have themes like end of conflict, and Danielle Laporte is going to talk to us about how do we end turmoil and conflict. Danielle Laporte is amazing. I have Lewis Howes coming to talk about the sacred masculine and feminine in May. I have Barnett Bain to talk about creativity, flow, and transformation in June. I have Mastin Kipp who will talk about love and intimacy in July. I have the topic of food, image, and body in August. I'm still deciding on who will come and talk about it. I have clutter, outer space, and organization. I have self-care with Susie Lula, who's a master at self-care. I have sexuality and marriage, still deciding who the person will be on that. I have conscious boundaries. I have manifestation of destiny. I mean, every month is going to be blocked in, chock-a-block with inspiration, with focused themes, with exercises for you to really look at this particular area for that particular month and zone in and spend the entire month cleaning out, deconstructing, understanding how to figure out that aspect of your life. You know, there are many aspects that make us multidimensional beings. We're not just one thing. We are many roles. We are wives, we are daughters, we are sisters, we are mothers, we are husbands, we are brothers. And within the roles, we are several generative capacities. We are cooks, we are nurturers, we are artists, we are writers, we are poets, we are surgeons, we are doctors, we are, you know what I mean. You get the drift. Teachers. So we have to activate all parts of ourselves. We have to write checks. We have to clean toilets. We have to chop wood and chop okra. You know, we have to do it all, right? I have to go out right now and clean out my driveway. I have to make my daughter pancakes and crepes. I have to roll up my sleeves and take the garbage out. I have to clean my dog's poop, right? There is no escaping the form of life. But this course will teach you how to do the form of life, to engage in the form of life, but never lose the transcendent capacity, the formlessness. You know, I can go through, at this point, after being a meditator for 20 years, it's been 20 long years, I can go through the muck of life and no one will even know it because I can transcend the muck of life while doing the muck of life. The muck of life doesn't bother me anymore. Really, it doesn't. It's just the muck of life. At Evolve 2018, you know, the lanyards didn't show up, our name tags didn't show up, and it was 15 minutes before calling time, before we had to go on stage. And it was the most beautiful thing that turned out happening because I transformed the non-lanyard existence to something else. I manifested something completely different. And if you want to know what it was, you'll have to come to the next Evolve, where things happen and things go wrong, but nothing really goes wrong. Actually, things become better. So this is what I want to teach you in your life, how to look at life as never, ever seeing that something is going wrong. Things are going beautiful. Things are just the way they're meant to be. I'm a testimony to this, a testament in my own life. Nothing ever goes wrong in my life. Of course, people around me may think things are going wrong, and the people who are with me may think that they're going drastically wrong. But to me, never. Things are always going beautiful because they are in alignment with my consciousness. And if they are manifesting as chaos and conflict or trouble, that means my consciousness is not aligned. And I want to teach you how to align your consciousness. If you align your consciousness, you manifest. Simple as that. So that's my idea behind the inspiration to teach this course. And that's what I wanted to share with you so that you are aware of the deep inspiration behind this course and what you will be receiving. The course registration ends Monday, midnight, we can do Pacific time, January 8th. The course begins January 9th. Every Tuesday, mostly live, except when I go on vacation and then I record it. And every Thursday, you will meditate with me and with another master meditator, Susie Lula. She helps me out. We will have the guest speakers come. We will have a daily Facebook page. We will have written materials. We will have question and answers. I will be there for you through the entire year, and we will evolve and grow together. So I hope to see you. The link is, Greta is posting the link. It's on my website. It's on the link below. And add on the meditation component. Andrea is correct. The meditation component is powerful. It's for 45 minutes to an hour every Thursday. You meditate with me live. I give you a teaching on the meditation. I teach you how to apply it in real life. It's phenomenal. It's life. If you don't know how to meditate, and if you don't know how to manifest, you won't be peaceful. You won't be transcendent. You won't be joyful. You won't be abundant. You'll suffer. I mean, I'm not threatening you that you have to join this course, but somehow learn to manifest and somehow learn to meditate, whether you do it with me or with someone else. I've priced the course at the cheapest price I have ever seen of any course of so many hours. I think it's under $1,000 for the entire year. I think it comes out to like $12 or $10 a session with me. It's better than therapy with me because you're getting the comfort and the power of the group. You don't just get my opinion. You get 30, 40 other people's opinions. They answer right away. You'll see. It's the most amazing community in the world. And then it culminates at Evolve. And many of you come to Evolve, which will be in LA at the end of October. And we have a true live, in-person experience of our connection that we've built all through the year. So the way to live life, I truly believe, is to meditate, is to go inward, to be still, to understand that you are spaciousness, that you are essence, and to have a community of people who are vibrationally aligned with you. This is the key. Because you know in your own life and in your families, probably don't have people who are vibrationally in frequency because you chose your families at birth and you had no choice. Or then you chose your marriages when you were unconscious, or you chose your in-laws when you were unconscious, or you chose your friends when you were in college. So for the most part, your true close circle is predominantly unconscious. So we have to choose intentional conscious communities, and that's what I'm offering you through this course. You will get to adopt a truly intentional conscious community. So thank you all. I hope to see you. Registration ends Monday midnight. I will see you to start a new Tuesday, January 9th, for the year of manifestation. I cannot wait. Take care, everyone. Bye.